Yeah, I think this is a really important question, and we actually get it a lot, when I talk to people about the work that I do. And it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I definitely think there's absolutely in the beginning going to be this aspect of only certain people are going to be able to afford the technology that enables use or enables a sort of, youthful manipulation of your genome or understanding your genes or different sort of things that people develop to enable longevity. And I think you can already kind of see that today. We have companies that are allowing you to sequence your own genome, and they can pair you with a genetic counselor to understand what your genes tell you about your health and about your biology. But it's expensive. It's certainly not what it used to be, 5 years ago, but it's still $1,000 and up. And most people, I would say, can't just afford $1,000 for something that arguably you can't do a whole ton about at the moment, which is the other piece. We're in 2017, we're not quite in 2030. So right now, that's what it looks like. But that being said, I think that those costs are absolutely going to drop. And I think because we're talking in the healthcare space, I think that there will be mechanisms in place to facilitate spread of the use of this technology across different socioeconomic groups. I think of it a little bit in two ways. One is the way that we have this powerful ability to learn a lot more information about people from an early age and help them shape their lives in ways that sort of meets those features of their biology that in a way that allows them to live healthier. So doing things like childhood checkups where you get your genome sequenced and then, you maybe work with your doctor to get sort of a characterized plan for what sort of eating is healthiest for you, what sort of activity is best for your body type, those kinds of things, which technically, we meet with our doctors and we can talk to them about these things, not obviously our genes, but, our biology and what seems to hurt or not hurt and what makes us feel good and what doesn't make us feel good. And that's something that with healthcare today, obviously is a little questionable, but we should all be able to access. So I think there's going to be the piece of integrating it into our existing healthcare structure, acknowledging that our existing healthcare structure is kind of broken. But I think there will be some integration. And then I also see it as, in another avenue, as the sort of access to the really quality, the really quality tools out there for our health and wellness. There are people who can afford to shop at Whole Foods and get these really, wonderfully grown and cultivated crops and have a wide array of vegetables and nutrients in their diet. And they can go take classes at their local fitness studio and drink juices and, yoga and meditate and do all these things that really promote wellness in your body. And there's a ton of people that A, can't afford it, and B, don't have the time because, they're working multiple jobs or what have you. They just don't have access to it based on where they are or where they are in their life. And so I think there's also that perspective that is important. And, there's structures in our culture and in our society to try and help lessen that for sure. And I do believe that there are people that are committed to delivering healthcare and novel developments in our healthcare to everybody that needs it, not just the people that can afford it. So I think, I tend to be an optimist. I think that while there will certainly be problems and it will, in a way, create this new arena of division between people who can afford it and people who cannot, I think that there will be efforts to deliver it across the board. And I think, way down the line, it won't be such a stark difference. Early adopters certainly are going to stand out as people who have access or the connections or what have you to be able to engage in this type of technology.